I'm afraid this is an ordeal they must suffer, to ensure peace for all.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Steph, and today I'm going to be reacting to Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 11, The King and the Sword. So, last episode we started off with Einar and Thorfinn, and they're very close to becoming free. They probably have like until the end of the year or something, because I think they're like in fall time or something. And I think the guy said if you have these planted by a certain time, you're free to go. So they're very close to being free. And then we switched focus to King Canute, and he was on his way to see his brother, King Harald, which I thought was dead. But as we saw in last episode, he kind of is dying right now. And shockingly, it's because of Canute. Canute poisoned his own brother so he can take the throne of Denmark, so now he's the king of England and Denmark. So for this episode, I'm gonna assume we're gonna see the aftermath of his brother's death. Maybe we'll get to see what he'll do exactly, as he's two kings now. And maybe, depending on how much time we skip in this episode, we'll get to see Einar and Thorfinn free. If you guys are enjoying my Vinland Saga series so far and you guys want to see all these uncut reactions early, make sure to check out my Patreon. The link will be in the description. Without further ado, it's gonna be Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 11, The King and the Sword. Let's go. Hey everyone, just want to give a special thanks and a shout out to my Patreons for supporting me. Over on my Patreon, you'll gain early access to all of my uncut reactions on top of other perks. Check out my Patreon, the link is in the description.
Oh, hey look, there they are. Princess, they're this way. It's His Majesty and Wolf.
So it's Canute?
It's really them.
Oh, it's Canute fighting.
All right.
I think. Yeah, I think it's him. I think I see the scar on his face. Ouch. I was always wondering if he could fight. I mean, he is the king after all.
Well, yeah, King Canute's technique is good.
Yeah.
He's very nimble, even under full armor.
Wait, are they using real swords? Well, yeah, I suppose they are, Princess. It's just practice, right? They'll be maimed if they hit each other.
Oh, he's a very dedicated king.
Hello, Gunnar.
My, hello, Lady Estrid. You look ravishing today.
I don't feel ravishing in the least. I feel terrified and at my wit's end, to be honest.
Oh, you shouldn't be concerned. Wolf there is a skilled duelist. He's no doubt moderating his blows to ensure no harm is done.
Ooh.
It doesn't seem that way to me.
That's a pretty wide swing.
He was never like this. He used to hate even touching a blade, let alone dueling.
Well, you see, His Majesty awakened to his king's blood while ruling England. And that is a very good thing. The man who rules above everyone must be skilled in every capacity. Norsemen pride themselves in strength, and they will not follow orders from a weak leader.
He has to prove himself.
Maybe so. But he seems to be in so much anguish right now.
Ooh, yeah. I didn't think he knew how to fight very well, but for someone who we've never seen fight before...
You have a bad habit of withdrawing when you get tired. Pulling back will only prolong the fight. A king's sword must seize initiative in order to find victory.
Okay.
The enemy is not the only one watching your blade. Your men look to it and judge for themselves as well.
He should have learned a couple things from Thorfinn. Or Askeladd.
And Estrid is watching too. I'm sure you noticed that already. Of course you did. So that's why your swing started to get a bit sharper, all of a sudden.
What?
Oh, he wants to
Don't
impress
start
her.
with that again. You won't catch me with that one.
Alright, then forget I said it. And besides that, she seems far too busy talking to that man next to her.
Is he gonna look? He looks, and then he's gonna attack? Yep, I knew it. Ooh. Yeah, who is Astrid to Canute? I know they said like brother, like all that stuff, but did she marry into that position? Like was she Harold's wife? So technically Canute would be brother-in-law. That's why she says brother. Or are they actually blood?
The wealthy are very few in numbers these days, it seems. So if we persuade all the names that I have listed here, we might earn an extra 3,000 pounds a year at best. And if that's not possible, there's only one option left, and that's an overall tax
How is he going to rule
increase.
2 countries at once? Like, he can't be in 2 places at
That would
once.
be my personal recommendation. You know Kettle, the son of Severkel? He owns quite a large amount of farmland south of here.
There's no indication of each holding's military strength.
Are we going to see a reunion?
Yes. We won't have a good idea until we've actually visited the farm.
Ooh.
These numbers are essential. Do more research and report back.
Yes,
We might see a
as you wish,
reunion
my
in the next couple episodes. Maybe not this one,
you
but
realize what this means.
maybe the
you
next.
will be levying a significantly large tax increase just after ascending to the throne of Denmark. And now I'm concerned that Danish citizens might stand against you and revolt.
That's another thing.
But preventing such revolts is the essence of politics, Gunnar. There are ways.
After taking the English throne, King Canute immediately faced an urgent situation. He needed to seize a new source of income. Following England's subjugation, Canute kept his Danish soldiers present as an occupying force. But the cost to maintain such an army came from the taxes collected from the citizens. And this led to unease amongst the English.
I don't blame him.
And if Canute could not procure additional funds from his other territory,
So
Denmark, he would have no choice but to shrink his occupation force.
Well, I mean, there's no point in having a huge
King
military
Canute,
since you guys
say
are
there
allies now.
ways, but what exactly do you mean?
Expand our direct holdings.
Unless you guys got other
Cultivating
enemies.
new land? Well, we could, but for us to see any profit, it may take a while.
No. We increase royally owned farmland through other means.
Not expropriation, but your majesty, I must warn you, that cannot be a wise idea.
We need money, Gunnar. And the situation demands some hardship. And it's a better idea than raising taxes and seeding discontent throughout the kingdom, no?
Yeah, that would piss him off any day.
Unless, of course, you think you have a better idea.
Well, what if we took the standing army and disbanded them? That would cut costs.
Not an option. I'm hated by the English enough as things stand now. They despise the idea of a Dane ruling over them. An army under my command is the only way to enforce my sovereignty there, you understand, Gunnar? A king is a sword. So tell me, what king in this world can rule without power?
Here's a point. Okay, so the people are not like, okay with Canute just taking the throne, which I do not blame them, to be honest, because in the people's eyes he's like done nothing to prove himself, is not the greatest fighter. Not saying he can't fight, but he's not like the greatest, you would think a king would be, and he's already charging his people like a shit ton of tax. But on the interesting note, he did mention Kettle's farm, so I wonder if he's gonna make it back to Kettle's farm in time to see Thorfinn and Einar, or is he gonna see Kettle first, because Kettle was on his way to, I think, Denmark or something? He was on his way to King Harold, I think I know that. So I wonder if Canute is gonna run into Kettle, and Kettle's just gonna say like, oh yeah, like, my slaves are about to be free, their names are Thorfinn and Einar. I wonder if he's gonna make a deal with Kettle, and then Canute ends up going to the farm to see things for himself or something, and then he runs into Thorfinn. I'm waiting for that reunion, man. I really want it to happen, and it looks like the direction that we're going in, we might see that reunion within the next episode or 2. So let's see what happens.
What'd you just say? King Harald is dead?
Happened a week ago. You were just a little too late, father.
Oof.
So then, by the time I left the farm, he was already dead?
Yeah, I guess that sums it up.
That
Oh my,
sucks.
I didn't realize he was so sickly. What a total disaster. I brought an entire mountain of goods to pay my respects.
3 whole ships full, I see. How generous of you.
Is he gonna run into Canute? Because Canute did mention your name.
Wait a second. Thorgil. So if you are here to welcome me, then does that mean King Canute is in gelling as well?
Well, yeah. I am his loyal thane. His Majesty's acting as king right now. He's in the royal palace.
I see. Well, there's a silver lining. I just lost the most powerful ally I had, King Harald. I have one choice. I must forge a strong connection with our future King of Denmark. Thorgil, is there any way you can win me King Canute's favor?
You're very ambitious, Father. All right, I'll set it up.
Thank you.
So,
That's a great help.
Canute's not king yet.
Olmar? Where are you, Olmar? That son of mine is an idiot.
Yeah.
And will always be a child.
Yeah, based on his
Just
maturity level, I
imagine
agree
him
with that.
going to town alone. I've no doubt in my mind he's already gotten himself into an argument over a mere bump and who should be apologizing.
Exactly, he's
or
gonna
not.
say some stupid shit and...
No, you were the one that bumped into me just now!
Wow.
Are you kidding me, you jerk?
Tell
You're
me...
the one who needs to apologize! Got that?
Tell me you know your son without telling me you know your son.
Say?
How dare you say such a thing! What am I supposed to do now? These rugs were for sale!
Oh, that's
Oh,
not my
shit.
problem. And don't you even think about forcing me to buy them either.
What a douche.
Hell, don't accuse me
Yeah,
of being
see?
a cheap scam! You'll be reimbursing me for that merchandise, though!
There you have it. I knew it. That's what you were working
Maybe
up to
older,
this
but
whole
he's still a
time.
dick.
You're a damn fraud. I hope you know that. Ah, what a world. What a world.
Bastard, shut it! How could any parent raise someone so twisted and backwards like yourself?
It's a good
Listen here,
question.
you jerk! I learned to build an honest business from my father. I won't let another insult from you pass.
Ha! And what will you do if I don't stop, huh? Do you want to fight? Let's take this to the mud.
Dude, you can't even fight.
Disgusting con artist.
He can't even fight very
Then
well.
That does it. You're just a damn dunderheaded ninny.
Okay. Do you know how to use it? Anyone can carry it on them and take it out.
What's wrong now, huh? Why don't you come at me, con artist? Are you trembling?
Come at me, bro.
You're just a coward.
A coward?
Yeah.
When a real man gets down to business, it's a battle for his own life, you hear me? If you don't have a weapon at any time, in any place, then that just shows everyone what a weak excuse for Norse pride you've got.
If anything, that shows that you're the one who's weak.
Oh, really? Is that right? And let me ask, who bought you that so-called pride of yours?
Huh?
Damn.
You stupid, stupid boy! Why do you go off on your own and try to start a fight everywhere you go?
Wait, what
'Cause
the
he's an
heck are
idiot.
you doing, father? Don't get involved in my business, damn it!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You have my apologies, young man.
I'll buy...
Allow me to pay you for the textiles.
Yeah.
Will this cover the damages?
Nice. Yeah, the father's so sweet.
I mean, I suppose I can just forget about it and...
The son is such a dick.
Make sure you give that gentleman his change.
Oh, well, hello, Father. Were you standing
Father?
there watching that?
Yes, the entire thing.
I didn't know he had a
I was
son.
hoping to see how you'd respond to an argument like this.
I recognize the voice.
This won't
See,
do.
this is why
It'll be a while
the voices
before I
have to
can
be the
trust you
same.
with any big transactions.
Sorry.
The importance of voices,
Hello there.
man.
Many pardons for
I
my
didn't know he
son's
had a
poor
son.
behavior. I haven't introduced myself. My
Leif.
name is Leif Erikson.
Leif Erikson. Wow. I did not know that was his last name. Shit, you know, I was thinking it, but I didn't say it. I was thinking to myself, he looks a lot like the mustache guy, but I didn't say anything, like a younger version of him mixed with like Thorfinn or something, and I didn't say it. Fuck. And he's coming face to face with the person that bought Thorfinn. Wonder if he's still looking for Thorfinn, and I wonder if he's gonna bring up that name. But yeah, if anything, if you're the one who's constantly carrying a weapon with you at all times, it kind of shows that you're the one who's a little bit weaker, because Thor's didn't carry a weapon on him 24/7. If anything, I think he would be better off without a weapon than with a weapon. He was pretty good at hand-to-hand combat, so he didn't really need a weapon. And then here's Omar flaunting his sword and, you know, basically being like, come at me, I'll slice you up, even though he probably doesn't even know how to fucking use a sword in the first place. Man still is trying to prove himself to everybody, even to himself. And here comes his father being like, nah, he's full of shit. But Leif just walked in, so let's see what he's got to say.
Ah, an adopted son then.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
that's correct. Yes, that's it in a nutshell. Thanks to a series of coincidences, the two of us were brought together.
I was about to
Go
fucking
on,
say.
speak for
I
yourself.
was like, I didn't know he had a kid. He kind of does look like him, though.
I'm Thorfinn. Sorry about before. Everybody calls me Bug Eyes. Feel free to do the same.
Wait, Thorfinn? Oh, pardon me. I have a worker back on my farm with the same name, that's all. He's a quiet one, but a very steadfast laborer. I should have named this boy Thorfinn, and he would have turned out better.
So he basically just
Ah,
replaced
well,
Thorfinn with Thorfinn.
Yes, your son is bold, to say the least. So then, Kettle, I have a question that I'd like to ask you. Would this Thorfinn that you speak of, the one who works for you, would he happen to be a slave of yours?
Oh? Yes, he is. Honestly, I'm surprised that you could guess that. I didn't reveal his background because I thought it may upset you by making the comparison.
Is he Nordic, with blonde hair and brown eyes? And about the same age as my Bug Eyes here?
Well, yes, my goodness. You are correct on all counts. This one's a bit shorter than the one on the farm.
Oh no, not this again. Really, Father?
Was this slave of yours a warrior? And originally from the country of Iceland?
Oh, well now, what was that young man's story again? I do recall seeing quite a few scars from what looked like blades all over him.
Come on, don't get your hopes up again. It'll just end up like it did with me.
Yes, I know.
Damn,
I'm aware of
he's just
that.
like, yeah,
But
yeah.
all of the features he's described have matched.
Is he gonna go looking for him now?
It seems you have a past with this fellow, Leif. Would you mind going into more detail then?
Oh no, his sister's gonna be revealed.
I've been searching for him. He's the son of a friend, and he fell into slavery. I've been looking for him for many years now.
Ooh. Is he gonna go get him?
What? Where'd you say you wanted to go, old man? Well, it's Kettle's farm. It'll just be a brief detour. Nothing majorly out of the way, I promise.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. I asked yesterday, and just like that, I've got my audience with King Canute today. You've got more sway within the palace than I realized, Thorgil. I'm very impressed.
To be honest, I'm a bit surprised about it as well. His Majesty is a very busy man these days. Perhaps your offering pleased him.
I suppose it must have. It is true that our crops are the finest and most plentiful in all of the South. Obviously,
Is he
His
gonna bring it up
Majesty must realize
to Canute
there's
too?
no downside to allying with us.
Kettle and family, you may enter the audience hall.
All right then. Omar, behave yourself.
I wonder if he's gonna... Damn, I keep hitting my thing. I wonder if he's gonna mention, the farm
So,
and then
Kettle,
his slave.
I have seen the gifts that you brought me today. They are some very fine items. I accept them.
Yes, your approval is an honor of which I am most unworthy.
And these gifts of yours, all of them were cultivated on your farm, yes?
Yes, indeed, my king. I'm happy to say that the
That's
late
a lot.
King Harald was also very pleased with our fresh offerings.
That's a lot of shit, man. It's a lot of
That's
food.
good to hear. I will not break a deal that my father or brother made. Have no fear. Mighty, productive farmers such as yourself are the treasures of Denmark. So therefore, take pride in your work knowing your efforts are the foundation of our kingdom's strength.
What precious words. I hope that I might continue to rely on your patronage.
Oh no. He's gonna say some stupid shit.
You, get back down. You should be kneeling. in your king's presence.
Hey, what are you doing? Pardon him for his rudeness.
Please, I have a favor to ask of you, my King Canute! Your Majesty, put me in your royal army! One of your thanes like Thorgil, if you can!
I would be like, why the fuck are you shouting?
I have trained so much for this day! I can be of service! If you like, I can demonstrate!
Stop, you bloody fool!
You'll be the first one to die on the battlefield, dude.
Let's go right now, old man! I just want to fight! Stop it,
I love how he's just sitting there watching it.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Don't you shut your pie hole!
What shall we do with them, my king?
I do not mind, Kettle. Let us see your son's skills with the blade.
Okay. Like, oh, you're up, dude. Let's see what you got. Oh, he's gonna cut the pig up.
So that pig in front of you is to be tonight's dinner for the men. Cut it as you would a human body.
Yeah. Yes, King. One good whack, then.
See, he don't know what the fuck he's doing, man. See? So annoying. Just shut up. See, he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. My point exactly.
Enough. Stop now. I've seen enough.
Yep.
The bones are really tough.
Or maybe you're just not strong enough. Or good enough.
You said your name was Olmar. I will confer on this matter with my head thane and deliver our decision on the morrow. So please, remain in gelling till that time comes.
Just gets up. That chair cannot be comfortable. It's made out of pure wood. No cushions or at all.
Well, well. You've really done it now, haven't you, Olmar?
Mm-hmm.
What a screw-up. I'll never hear the end of it from the other warriors.
How much you want to bet he's going to make it in?
It's pathetic. It's always the ones with small minds, isn't it? You can never predict what they will do. Well, what's done is done, I guess. You'd better be careful not to shame our family any more than you already have.
Damn. I mean, true, but it's only going to make it worse for Omar. Because now he just feel like he has to prove himself even more.
He was just all pride and no skill at all.
Yep.
He has no concept of where his own limits are.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of men are the first to die in battle.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want him under me.
Yes, I understand your opinion as
Is he
head
going to give
thane.
him a chance?
Now then, could you give me a second opinion?
I think he'll be useful. Very useful, sir.
Yes,
For
indeed.
what?
Useful. He's your typical Norse youth, and dull-witted. Yes, he will dance perfectly to our little tune.
You're going to use him for
All right.
something.
Shall we proceed then?
Yes, begin at once. It's before the coronation, but we cannot let this opportunity pass us by. I'm afraid this is an ordeal they must suffer, to ensure peace for all.
Oh, shit. Huh.
Looks like Kessel will be the first of our expropriations.
Ooh. Okay. Alright, that was Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 11. So, okay, Leif has been going around looking for Thorfinn and looking for people who fit Thorfinn's image, or description, I should say. And he's just been, like, you know, kind of guessing, I guess, or, like, taking them in and pretending that they've been Thorfinn. Now, he's on the verge of finding the real one. But Canute has his own plans. He's running out of money, and the only thing that he can think of to get it back from, or at least, like, the best way, is to use Kettle's farm. And based on that ending, it's not going to go down very well. I have a feeling Canute is gonna go over to Kettle's farm and basically take it over and like invade and, you know, take everything and leave basically. And I wonder if he's gonna run into Thorfinn there, and Thorfinn and Canute are gonna be face to face for the first time in years. Cause he did rub that scar, so I wonder if he still holds a grudge against Thorfinn. Cause it's very hard to read Canute. Like back when he got the scar, I don't think he really cared. Because back then he wanted his father dead, but then when he witnessed his father die, then he killed Askeladd, but then when he killed Askeladd, Thorfinn took his rage out on Canute for killing him. It's a whole big mess. Can't read him very well, so not 100% sure. I have a feeling that Canute is kind of turning into the villain, because we really haven't had an actual like villain in this series at all. Like, we have some characters that have their bad moments and then they end up being like more on the good side than the bad side. For example, Askeladd, he was like a villain in the beginning, but then he ended up becoming something else. And I think that's happening with Canute. I think Canute like was more on like, I guess like the neutral, goodish side. Now I think he's kind of shifting into like the villain side. I don't know, but that's just the vibe I'm getting. But for next episode, let's see if Canute actually goes through with this and he actually like goes to Kettle's farm. And let's see if Leif beats him there too. Maybe not next episode, but within the next couple episodes at least, we're gonna be all going back to Kettle's farm. If you guys are enjoying my Vinland Saga series so far and you guys want to see all these uncut reactions early, make sure to check out my Patreon. The link will be in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future reactions. And again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.